Hi.
Hi. Yeah, just now I saw your comment.
Yes.
Actually, sir, 33 you don't have the records, right? So 33 you're trying to add. So
Yeah.
when you select, when you enter 33 and click on add, we have a default API that is currently in implementation in progress. For one by one screens, we are adding. So still backend is working. So and once backend is completed, we are implementing. I think once you select the add operation, if there is no record for the insurance code that you have selected, then default display is last. That will display.
Yeah.
Means we are filtering from
Yes. Yes. Here no 33 is not added. So once we click on add, then this 33 will be displayed. Correct.
the 33 will be displayed.
Uh,
That defaults will be one API we will call. So that API will give the some information that we are going to prefetch in the input fields automatically.
okay.
Let me show you. Let me show you one second. I think which are the screen I have implemented. These kind of new implementation one by one we are coming actually. Let me know once you're able to see my screen.
Yeah.
Suppose this is one of the screen. Sorry, AMD. For this screen we have a default. Suppose for this
Mm.
screen only we have a two records.
Yeah.
Let me clear this one. Okay. So I'm going to enter 3 and in add mode.
No. No. Automatically that three should not come. In BBI screen, no. When we click on add, automatically it will get updated to three. No. That times.
No, 1 second. You have added or not. It is not configured. This is actually a new implementation.
Mm.
So that we are coming one by one screen. This is not part of any path. It's like a requirement actually. So that is we are coming one by one screens that we are adding in Mohammed. That is not a bug I can say.
No. No.
So if you
So, if you click on add, then how it should behave? It should remain in that code
no,
only.
that is a functionality. Suppose if any screen have the default functionality and if you are in add mode and selected account don't have selected insurance type or plan ID or whatever the fields in the search form that don't have the data, we are calling a default API that will give the results like the get API only that will detecting in the input fields. So user can add again
Mm,
that kind of new functionality. That default implementation still you people don't know like how it will behave in our application.
okay. Okay. Here, then how it should behave? Here in Module, if you click on add, no, we
Hmm.
should navigate till last record, like last sequence number, and then we should.
Yeah, suppose 1 second. I think which of the screen I have implemented. AMP they have added, but why it was not even AMRO and let me take one example. Shipper. And suppose AMDA I will take one bit of so let me take This functionality we have implemented for many screens. I think you have to know this functionality. Maybe someone have to inform to you.
Like how that behavior should be.
I will explain 1 second.
Hmm.
Let me take the full and I will explain. Same way, old VBA you have entered the 33, right? That don't have the any data, right?
Yeah.
So, but you got some data that refilled in the input fields, right?
Hmm.
Let me show. Suppose you want to use that. Yeah. Suppose for this record, the sequence number with 1, 2 only we have the records, right?
Yeah.
So these two records only we have. Suppose if I have entered and the user is in edit mode, we are calling one API called defaults. So that will give some response. That details we are auto populating in the respected input fields. So on the submit button will be enabled if there is any value has been changed or mandatory fields has been filled. The user can perform the submit operation here. So if you can see, second. Yeah. So this API we are calling for the screens that have been developed by BFF. The same way for AMI1 just now we have shown me, right? The comment that we have added. Same way we have to implement. Still the backend is not ready for that functionality. So once that is done, then we can implement this functionality. That don't have the records for the entered row sequence number or clan ID or whatever the input field in the AMI1 screen for the message form.
Okay. Like sequence number record is not there,
So
so we are searching by the clicking on next, and that last number we are getting, then we are adding it like that. Then
correct, correct. So add operation. So the defaults will be applicable for the few screens only. So that list I think I will give it to you. Maybe later we can, that will be helpful. Or backend also that will give it to you. So currently these are the screens that we have implemented AMP5 PACO city. So the same way for AMI1 also I think we need to implement that. Just now I saw from Mangla screen the defaults displayed last message on that. So for that screen also defaults needs to be implemented. So once we enter the 33 that don't have the data, so defaults API will be triggered and some that will give some data. That data will auto populate in the respected input fields. So user can perform the submit operation for 33 record. So that functionality is still not there in the our mode UI. Still the backend needs to be implemented. Then UI will be implemented, complete the functionality for that.
okay.
I will update the comment for that ticket.
Okay. Like one more thing, when we do add, no, when we submit, extra fields are getting updated, no, that like even though we are not
Sup-
filling.
suppose you can see here. Let me suppose you see. So that is only when you are in add mode only. Suppose in old VBA also, when you enter 33 and if you click on add and continue, then only your displaying, right, defaults displayed last, some message is displayed.
Yes.
So the same way here also in add mode only the defaults will be called. Suppose I am in add mode, okay, and user is trying to perform search operation. With the add mode, if you are clicking to search, it don't call the get API. It will call the default API.
Say again, like I didn't understand. When
Huh?
say again, like what you said, like
Actually, suppose you are in user in ad mode,
yeah,
and if you are performing the search in ad mode, the search operation will not call the get API. It will call the defaults API.
okay,
Suppose if user is came out from the ad mode, and if user is trying to search, then it will call the get API only. But if user is in ad mode and if user is trying to search or click on ad, then it will call the defaults. Suppose one have the transfer of equity already existed. Three don't have. So if you click on search, that will give the result. So if you can see control to zero, non-legality. So these R values are populated from the default API.
okay. Then we
This is
should search
how.
using inquiry only.
Huh?
Like, we should search using inquiry only then.
I didn't get what you're asking.
Like a normal search, if
Inquiry
you
only.
do, then that end of that
Prince
record will come.
is saying while adding a record, if, for example, if you give control 2, control 3, control 4 only required fields, if you enter only required fields and click on submit,
Then
after
your
click
record will
on
be
submit,
added.
other fields are getting auto populated in AMI1.
Correct.
I added comments right that day last Friday. That one is saying about without entering other fields also it is
It's
getting
getting
auto populated.
yeah.
Yeah, because the API is giving the response. Right? Let me show. Suppose let me cancel this. See, currently I'm in one record, one sequence number record. Okay. So I'm entered 3. Okay. So and I'm clicking add more, add operation. So I'm currently in add mode. So we are calling the default API. So in the default API, this is the response that we are getting. So sequence number 3, control 000. So these are the values that we are auto populating in this field. You got it right? So same way in old VBA also that will display the results. When you are in add mode and click on continue, if the defaults are applicable for that screen. Hello?
But before it was not working like this. In AMI1, whatever the data we enter, only required fields, only those fields are getting populated. Other fields are not getting populated before. After that, that mania was fixed, that was copy action bug. That time it was changed to all other fields are auto populated.
That is you're talking
Before it
about
was not working like.
one second. I'm talking about this bug only. So here the issue just now you told me this is the issue, right? And I have seen in your screen when you are in ad mode, 33 don't have the records. It displayed one message, right? Defaults displayed last.
Yeah, this one we understand. You are getting you guys are using default API, not get API. Because of that reason, it should update it. Okay.
I will update the comment, but here I'm saying that defaults needs to be implemented for this.
Okay.
That is a new functionality that we discussed. So one by one screen that we are implementing one by one. So you understand the concept of the defaults, right? How it will work.
Like when we click on that ad and then search it, and it is doing that get API, no, and getting that default values.
And automatically it will populate in the input fields. Suppose if you are out of the ad mode and if you are trying to click search, it will call the get API. Suppose the sequence number 1 already have the data, and if you click on add, the default API will be checked. Transfer of equity already exists. So for 2 also we have already data. So transfer of equity already exists. We don't have the data. So in add mode, so that will display the results. Suppose you are out of add mode and if you are trying to search for the 3, we are trying to get API. So it get obviously it will throw the error. Transfer of equity maximum.
Yeah, but what is happening, when we do that ad, that fields will be blank. After filling that blank, and then we are submitting. After submitting, then it is getting populated, extra field, not before. Like after we click on that submit.
After click on the submit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you show me? What can you show me?
Suppose you can show that.
Okay.
Just show me.